Oh, Lord. I don't even have any music playing, and this is terrible. You guys, if anyone comes in, hello, good afternoon. This is so bootleg. I have a lot going on. A lot going on. I I feel as if I am. I know I can't be the only one feeling like this. I feel like there is a whole science experiment going on around me, going on around me, and something's just not right. Something's not right. That is Melody Cherie Rogers, but I'll read the fair use. Hold on just a second. I don't want to stop sharing. I want to figure out how to take her off. One second. To those of you that are coming in, I'm misbehaving. The name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And contrary to popular belief, celebrities are real people too. So I'm bootlegging it this morning. I keep hopping around, I keep switching my time. Other things keep happening, and I'm getting distracted. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pop on because anything may happen at 3:30. You all know that I'm a mother. My youngest child is 12. Uh, he does have Down syndrome, and I'm a grandmother. So on the weekends, I do grandmother duties, and my boys come first. So if they need something, they're going to get my attention. YouTube is a hobby. Honey, it is not my life support. I have a career that I love, and I'm a nurse. And there has been a lot going on in these YouTube streets. And I am going to address a group of dog ass hoes, small head, no edge, true P, Win Tay Bark, and Hot Toddy Tea Talk. So I'm going to go on down. I know some people are not here yet, and I will be here for a while. I'm cooking and doing things, and I'll be on Real Talk with Lady D. She'll probably get the notification so we can find out when she'll be going live. And uh-oh, my apologies, you guys. That's Ken's big sis. Let's see, Ken's big sis, good afternoon. She says, hey, misbehaving, when they gonna leave you alone? Never, because they're trying to work me into the storyline, or they're trying to have one of the cast members or background characters uh play me. They want me to fall for the okie doke. I'm not falling for the okie doke because it is too many people talking about the same thing. It's like a good cop, bad cop. Uh, Man, I told y'all months ago hypervigilance. Due to me being a survivor of abuse and surviving trauma, I've developed hypervigilance where I pay attention to my surroundings, what people say, what they do, if their actions match up with their words. And that's why it's always nice and it's best to speak to someone in person so that you can read their body language, how they're sitting, how they're standing. You just have to look at everything. And also, sometimes it can be a hindrance, but not too much so, but I don't like to hear the same information over and over again. And I hate for people that profess to be intelligent to act ignorant on purpose to mislead those that support them and follow them with false and misleading information because they know they'll believe them. Because they know a lot of people, unfortunately, have low self esteem. So they want to fit in, be seen, be counted, and feel like they belong. So they want to go with the person and support the person that's most popular. Baby, you don't know they are leading you to danger. They are leading you to danger. Greetings and blessing. Good afternoon, Real Talk with Lady D. She writes, Happy blessed Sunday, misbehaving and chat. And next up, we have Speak with your girl, Marcella. Greetings and blessings. Good afternoon. Marcella writes, Good afternoon. Hope you having a great weekend. I hope you all are, and I hope you're doing well too. And Marcella, I hope Mr. Tim is doing fine as well. Oh, y'all, I'm gonna get to the meat and potatoes, but I gotta go through here and acknowledge folks that acknowledge and support me, like One Dark and Lovely. Greetings and blessing. Good afternoon. One Dark and Lovely writes, Hello, misbehaving is fun in chat. And baby, we save the best for last. Greetings and blessings. Tanya, and Tanya says, Hey Tanya, how you doing? How you doing? So anyway, y'all, this is fair use in good faith. This work contains fair use of copyrighted and non-copyrighted images from the public domain and the web for non-commercial and non-profit educational purposes. This work is distributed free of charge. The author has neither monetized this work nor sought any profit from its distribution. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. This work contains original work of commentary and critical analysis. Quotations are attributed to the original authors. So, hey, good afternoon. Please hit the like button, hit dislike if you don't like what you're hearing, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and share the video. So, my motto has always been whether it's one person in the chat or 1,000, I appreciate you being here because you could be anywhere at all, but you chose to be here. If you are a Millimeter or Melody Cherie Rogers supporter and you're hanging out in the cloud, it's either because you're being nosy, you're doing research, or you do like me, but you're afraid of dropping down because if they see you in the chat, they will excommunicate you from the Millimeter Nation. Honey, that coat don't want to let you go, especially if you're opening up your pocketbook and purse. But here's some advice. If you drop down in the chat and say something negative, baby, you're all good in the hood. You're all good in the hood. So a group of dog ass hoes, small head, no edge, better known as Melody Cherie Rogers, True P, better known as True T, Tay Bark, better known as Tay Talk, and Hot Toddy Tea Talk, or she's also known as uh, Turtle Talk, Turtle Girl Tea Talk. And that's Lord have mercy, tea talk with your girl. So anyway, I'm not the one to hide a rock and throw my hand. I'm not the type of content creator or the woman to send subliminals. Baby, I will let you know that I'm talking about you and that the message is for you. So when I at you and attach your name to that at, that's because I want to let you know that this message is pertaining to you. This may be a message or content that is interesting to you because it applies to you. So that's not attacking you, that's not harassing you, that's not stalking you. Attacking, harassing, and stalking you is what all of you content creators over there do to the cast members of Love and Marriage Huntsville, as well as the producer and creator, Carlos Reginald King. Okay? Okay, that's number one. Number two, I'm going to need you all to quit professing to be Christians when you do the devilish things. I need you to quit claiming that you're Christians when you keep doing the devilish things. let me tell you guys something. I heard two women. First, it was True P, and I put the links, I clipped it so you could hear it in their words what they said about my 12-year-old son that's diagnosed with Down syndrome, what they said about him. So, first, it was True P. She said, my son sounds like a dinosaur. Then she tried to come back and say she wasn't talking about him. She heard dinosaur noises. Millimeters, Melody Cherie Rogers supporters, you all claim to be critical thinkers. That's what you say. You ought to know her bringing up my child and saying he has Down syndrome, he's disabled, he's in the background, and he sounds like a dinosaur. She's talking about my son, and that's not said in a nice and kind way. She then goes on to say she said that to get me upset because she herself is someone's child. Listen here, old scallywag hoe, you are an adult, you are grown, you are not a minor. You are not an adolescent. You are not a tween. So don't compare yourself to a child. Now, might be my childlike in the mind, but you are not a child and you're not a disabled child. But anyway, you know what you said, you know what you did, and you know what it meant, and you know what it implied. And Melody Cherie Rogers, aka Small Head No Edge, she agrees with what you say and she approves of it because her silence is compliance and her silence signifies that she supports your message. So, yesterday, old goat mouth, baby dinosaur looking Tay Bark, she had a live. And then in the beginning of the live, she calls herself addressing Miss Wanda, and then she makes the comment to the fact that she refers to me as Miss Behavior Health, which I like. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But then she said, mention about, well, her son is supposed to have Down syndrome. She knew that motherfucker, and then she says, she knew he had Down syndrome when she came online. Yes, I do know my child uh, has Down syndrome, but my son is not a motherfucker. You goat mouth, ugly ass, wig wearing botch. So, excuse me, I digress. And I know with YouTube, you all will find things to attack a person, their family. You don't care. In fact, I think Sir God Will was in the chat and he said he'll attack anyone. But that's what I'm saying. You guys need to quit saying that you're Christians when you know you are evil demons and you are chaos demons and you're earth disturbers and money rules your world. Because when Tay Bark, oh, goat mouth ass, dinosaur looking hoe. You are a mother. Most of you are mothers over there that have cheered and championed, supported, uplift this ratchetness, this dog ass behavior towards a child that's disabled. You are mothers. You claim to be Christians. You're not a Christian, so quit claiming that. You should have enough integrity. Just like De Silver says, there's money on those YouTube street and there's money to be made. But at some point, you should have a boundary, a line you wouldn't cross for that money. So, I mean, it's YouTube. You guys are going to say whatever you want to say. But it's online. It doesn't impact my son's life at all. He has a mother, he has a father, he has family that loves him. And it's America, freedom of speech. You all can say whatever you want to say, but me being someone of a clean spirit and a clean heart, I can never find it in myself to talk ill of anyone's child. And when Tay Bark, you sat your goat mouth ass up on your panel and lied and implied that I was involved and I have been on these YouTube streets also speaking negatively of people's children, and that is not the case. I have never, and there's not a video of anyone, audio of me ever speaking negatively of anyone's child. Hell, there's been adults that I've talked hella shit about. And afterwards, I've apologized to them if I've hurt their feelings or made them feel less than. You hoes can go over to the beef sector and ask folks about misbehaving. Some of them know me as Miss Paulette. A lot know me as misbehaving, but I wasn't a content creator over in the beef sector. I was a subscriber for many years. And I have often shunned people and stopped supporting them when I have heard them speak negatively of someone's child. That's not cool. And none of you bitches are cool. You all want to act like you're under attack. Oh, we're under attack. They're attacking us. They're trying to dismantle the melocode, the millimeters. They don't want Melody to have support. Y'all know damn well ain't nobody trying to dismantle y'all. Y'all just whipping the fringes of your supporters up in a frenzy to get their marching orders or to open up their pocketbooks. Because every last one of you hoes got a Patreon page, a membership, get your cash app. You're always begging. You're always begging. Do you do a giveaway for your supporters? Do you give anything back to them? Or do you constantly have your hand out for your supporters to give to you? I'll wait. I'll wait. The views expressed by Misbehaving is Fun are 100% authentic. They are my views, my opinions. They are not shared by YouTube, although they host my channel, but these are my views. My page is not monetized, so if you would like to support the channel and donate to the channel, cash at me at Misbehaving is Fun. But anyway, thank you, Marcella. Thank you very much. Good morning. Greetings and blessing, Miss Coffee. Okay, Miss B, you don't have these kind of titles when you was in the B sector. Yes, ma'am, I sure didn't. I sure didn't. I'm not gonna get too gutter with them, Miss Coffee. I'm not gonna get too gutter. But see, they want to align me with the lady that I like. I like everyone. It's enough out here on these YouTube streets for everybody to win. But it seems like to me that everybody is in hoops. It's like a big storyline to get a good cop, bad cop, everybody aligned. Like Turtle Girl Tea Talk. I call her Hot Toddy Tea Talk because she always sound like she's slurring her words. She always sound like she done took a sip of wild turkey early in the morning. She be slobbering everywhere, and it sound like she got dentures in her mouth and they're about to slide out. Do y'all folks of a particular age, 50 and older, maybe in the 40s, but do y'all remember the cartoon Sylvester the Cat? He was black and white, and he would say sucker and succotash, and it always sounded like he was slobbering. That's what Hot Toddy Tea Talk sounds like. That's what she sound like. Baby, she had the audacity. Good morning, there go my OG. What's up, Carolina? Kalani G. Hey, greetings and blessings. And who is this? Greetings and blessings. Confessions of your reality queen. Hey, hey, peoples. Greetings and blessings. Good afternoon. Okay, I'm gonna keep that fair use up for a while because in a second, I'm gonna be showing some photos because Melody Cherie Rogers, they got this thing going on where everybody hate Martell Holt, and she walked away from him April 4th, 2020, and she just had a celebration where she was selling her Seventh Avenue beauty products 30% off because April the 4th marked the day she walked away from him. So she had their last child. They have 4 kids together. And since I see some of my beef sector people up over here, hey butterfly, hey butterfly, greetings and blessing. Good afternoon, young mama. Good afternoon. So I have some beef sector people up over here, and y'all don't watch no reality television like that, but there's this show and they're about to come back. But unless I'm getting paid to advertise that show because I believe everybody is working together, unless I'm getting a check, a cash app, or something. Carlos King, King the Ring Entertainment cast members of the show. Unless I'm y'all hitting my cash app or I'm getting paid for advertisement, today is going to be the only day y'all get some free advertisement from me, because I believe all of y'all are on some bullshit. Content creators included. Content creators included. Because a lot of them have clips to the damn show, and the show ain't even back yet. The show's supposed to be coming out May 4th. So I believe everybody in some goddamn cahoots. Hell, I done heard some of my sayings on more than a few damn content creators channels. God dog it, I done burnt this. I done ran my damn mouth. Hold on just a second, y'all. I done ran my dang on mouth. Oh, okay. Praise God. It ain't burnt. Thank you, Jesus. But anyway, look, I'm keeping it all the way real because we need more real people in the world. Because anyway, so let's get back because I digress. So we were talking about hot toddy tea talk with her slobbering ass. So I'm an OG. Baby, I'm a big dog. A queen standing alone. I ain't scared of none of y'all. A queen stands alone. Only cowards run in packs. That's my motto. I can be friendly with anyone, and if you show me some loyalty, I will support you and ride for you. But if you show me signs that you ain't loyal, I can keep it cute and I'll keep it mute. But this is YouTube. I haven't met anybody in person, but I'm gonna still keep it friendly with you. So anyway, um, I don't believe in hiding bushes, and I'm trolling y'all sometimes, the millimeters. I get a kick out of it because y'all get worked up in a frenzy. Even the content creators, when I hop down in your chat, why stay in the cloud, baby? Let me bless your chat with my presence. I've had some people say hello, then they come over here to watch the videos. I've had a plethora of reactions. So yesterday, I hop on down and hot toddy tea talk chat, but I send her a super chat because this is the thing. This is the gag, y'all. Melody just celebrated April 4th, 2024, and she had a 30% sale, a 30% off sale on her 7th Avenue products, marking the day that she left her ex-husband, Martel Holt. Now, supposedly they were officially divorced in 2021. The last child that they had, the baby girl, was born at the end of 2019. So follow with me, y'all, that's not used to that show. So, Hot Toddy Tea Talk is a bona fide, certified, supported millimeter, and a millimeter is a fanatical fan of Melody Cherie Rogers. She knows them, she supports them, she has dropped down in their chat and so forth. So it's like their second mouth, they're a mouthpiece for her. She doesn't have to say anything, they do all the talking. So as they're talking, Hot Toddy Tea Talk slips. Instead of her saying Melody Cherie Rogers, she calls Melody Hope. So I start laughing to myself. So I go ahead and drop down with a super chat. And I tell her, greetings and blessings, Hot Toddy Tea Talk mods and chat. I said, don't backpedal and pussy pop and coochie pop now. That's what I said. I said, you a self-proclaimed millimeter, but you called her Melody Hope. So for somebody that supports her like that, why would you call her by the last name Hope when y'all have made videos saying that that last name Hope is toxic, is evil, there's nothing good that comes from it. She has finally changed her Instagram page name from Melody S. Hope to Melody Cherie, and then she had that name changing ceremony on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And she's so happy to have her maiden name back, which is Rogers. She even has a hashtag called Roger That. So why, Toddy Tea Talk, would you call that woman Melody Hope? And I said that's because they must still be together. So that just confirmed when I went over here to this page. I'm gonna show y'all the page, baby. Tanya, let me come on down, y'all. Hold on. Let me acknowledge y'all. I'm gonna do better. I don't have my daggone thing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Hey peoples, bless butterfly. Oh, butterfly said good morning, listening while driving. Hey butterfly. Tanya said a content creator said this morning, said you are not a millimeter if you cannot show where you support Mel and her kids by purchasing her products and shirts. You are not a supporter. Baby Tanya, they over there pimping them folks. And it's folks that want to be accepted and counted in. And I can understand because you know that in this sector, the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector, a great majority of the women that watch that show are over the age of 40. Some are divorced, some are widows, some have never been married. And some are only children. Some come from families where it's a toxic family. Maybe they've had to separate themselves from their family because their family, due to the nature of their relationship, sometimes it's best to love your family from afar. And as many of you know, in our community, there's this saying, strangers will treat you better than your own family will. So it feels good to find you might think you have found a familiar spirit or someone that shares the same qualities as you, and they're talking nice and sweet to you and sharing and being a confidant, lending an ear. But you have to be careful because just like there are good people here online, there are some evil, wicked, manipulative, vicious people online as well. And then you have wolves hiding in sheep clothing because they want to fleece you. Fleece. Fleece, fleece you. They want to steal everything that you have. They wouldn't even give a damn if it's your last dollar. They want it. They get turned on. They want to find a way to get it out your pocket, get it out your hand, and that's what they do over here on YouTube. There are a whole bunch of scammers. If you watch them long enough, they'll reveal themselves. Sometimes, unfortunately, you have to watch them for months and years, and then you'll finally start seeing, hey, that person wasn't like this when they first began, but look at them now, the way that they're moving, the way that they're talking. It's totally different. I've said this a couple of years ago. And people would laugh at me when I say people, I'm talking about my daughter and a couple of other folks. I would say, it's some sort of spirit that's on YouTube because people start off nice, sweet, and friendly. And then after a while, they become mean and cruel. And I know some of you know what I'm talking about, and I know you may have seen it. I didn't start coming around on YouTube, like really like watching people, their commentary. Sean Bradley, he is one, I call them the Holy Trinity over in the beef sector, people that I was familiar with. He was one of the first content creators I started following. I would watch him with my godmother, and we would have fun. He would have this call in, and you would call in, and everybody would have fun. Different women would laugh, hee. Then the content creator that I currently support, I don't dislike Sean. I've never stopped liking him. I've always liked him. But this other content creator that I had started supporting, had started watching at the time while I was still supporting him, her name is VS Icon. Her name wasn't VS Icon then. She was VS Vegan Sippy. I mean, she's us, she got. She's so talented and creative and could come up with these names, and she was a woman, and at the time people, it seemed like the whole sector was against her. And I don't want to retell that story because I've told it before. But the three heavy hitters to me when I started going over there, and that was in 2017. I discovered the beef sector, and I started hanging in there, and I was real heavy with Sean Bradley's group. I wasn't a member of his group, but I would always come to his channel. Sometimes I'd come on and talk. And baby, if y'all sign up for his Patreon, he has an episode called The Pink Door, baby. And y'all hear misbehaving on there, misbehaving. And then, I was going by my name, Miss Paulette. That's what he called me, and I loved it because he's young. And I love when the elders put a handle on it. Don't call me by my first name. Put a miss on it, baby, because I done been through some things and I earned it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I noticed things. And so let's get back over here to this Love and Marriage Huntsville. So anyway, I'd send the super chat and make that comment, and Hot Toddy reads it, and then you have some of her supporters get up in a tizzy. Then she calls me the B word, and the whole time she's cussing and she's fussing. I am cracking up, y'all. I am tickled to death. I am just laughing. And she said, "You must like me, ho. You must like me." And if I go back and forth with you, it is because I do like you, not romantically, but you're entertaining. And then, even though Hot Toddy would talk crap to me, or, about me or whatever, she would always be welcoming, and I judge people by their actions, because even when I had dropped into her chat before, she dropped the link for me to come up or whatever. So, and then there were some days where I would hear her, like, before this most recent episode with True P, when she started off this drama talking about my son. um Hot Toddy she was doing live, because I get up early in the morning. I'm on the East Coast, as some of you know. Most of you should know I'm on the East Coast, and I get up in the morning because I work a 7 to 7:30 shift, and I'm just used to getting up early. Sometimes I get up like 3:30 a.m. But anyway, she was driving and she saw one of her cousins, a male cousin, in the street, and she stopped her vehicle. And I think this was her Friday live or Thursday live. I don't know which day. It was one of those days. And she was like, "Hey, cuz," she wanted to she gave him some money, and she, I don't know what's going on with him. She just said he has some troubles. But I'm one of those people, I listen to you talk and I can pick up on your energy. And I felt as if it was sincere. And then I said, now that's what I'm talking about. Help your family. And there was no embarrassment, no shame, because you know how so many people, you can be embarrassed about your family member. They don't have the same money as you. They're not living like you. They don't have the same education as you. People can be embarrassed of their family members. But right there, when she did that, I said, yeah, I was right to like this one right here. I said, well, we can band back and forth. She's a cool person. And then she was so excited about attending her grandbaby's birthday party on Sunday. So anyway, I had to work. I had my family obligations on the weekend. I help out with my grandson on the weekends. He likes to be with his Nene. That's what he calls me. And so, I don't know who. Oh, I get a comment from Nicole Given. She lets me know that True P had spoke on me. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm reading the comment, so I don't immediately go over to True T, but she lets me know it's the latest video. So when I get over there and I hear this chick talking, I've never made a video about her. What I do is, if I make videos, I tag all the millimeters so they'll know, okay, I'm talking. But anyway, I have no idea what she's talking about. But the patient that she's referring to, or the man, he is a content creator named Freddie Tiffany, and she also mentioned his name. And I didn't disclose any medical. He wasn't my patient, but what I was commenting is on his appearance. So I guess my assumptions were correct, because I suggested, and if you guys go to my community wall, the video is on my community wall, because I know some people don't want to sift through over 150 videos to find what video it is. But the title of the video is something like Melody, Cherie Rogers, and the Millimeters Do like toxic men. But he's on the cover of the video. He has on a white t-shirt. So as I'm commenting on his appearance, I recommend that he goes to the doctor to get checked out because his belly bigger than mine. It look like something's wrong with his liver. And the reason I commented on him is because he was so rude and disrespectful. He was cursing out Miss Wanda. At that point, I had never had any interaction at all with Miss Wanda. Um, he was talking crazy about Miss Betty. He was talking crazy about Destiny. And, those are women. He talked about Martell, but that's a man. You know what I'm saying? Men on men violence, men can handle their own, but I don't think it's cool when any man disrespects a woman. So that wasn't cool to me. And then to see all of those large millimeter content creators supporting him and pushing his channel, I said, well, wait a minute, y'all supposed to be for women empowerment. Y'all claim, that's the whole reason y'all don't like Martell. He's a narcissist and he mistreated Melody and yada yada yada, yuda yuda yuda. But y'all over here supporting this man. I said, yeah, they full of that bull swanky. They full of that bull swanky. They lying. They not truthful. So anyway, that's the person that she's referring to when she threatens. And when I say she, I'm talking about True T, aka True P, because she sound like a pissy panty wearing hoe. She sound like somebody that wear pissy panties 4 days in a row. She don't take a shower until the third day or fourth day. If she can, she'll wait until the fourth day. So that's what she sound like to me. She sound like she pissed in the bed all during her childhood up until the age of 15. So that's why I refer to her as True P. So anyway, she then makes the comment about my son having Down syndrome and sounding like a dinosaur. I said, well, hot damn, bitch. I said, oh, okay. I mean, they do stuff like that over in the B sector, so it wasn't nothing new. I said, yeah, she trying to get me to jump out my body. So I sent that video to several family members, and my sister did. I mean, it was hot. My sister said I couldn't even listen to no more when I heard her say my nephew sound like a dinosaur. Who is, and I said, calm down, calm down. This is YouTube. This is how they get down over here on YouTube. They say things to try to hurt you and to get you to react and to respond. I said it's just words. As long as it's words on YouTube, it don't bother me. I know who my son is, but it speaks more to their character. These women, these God, these God fearing women, these God loving women, these women that are in church, these women that claim, some of them to be prophetess, some of these women who claim that their mother have prayed over them and got praying hands and they would have prayer circles, these women that fast in the name of the Lord for good fortune. This says more about them and their character. I tell my sister, calm down. My daughter, she's upset. She's like, Mommy, I told you that's native energy, all of them over there. Just continue to do your positive things. I said, no. I said, I'm doing positive things as well. I said, but don't let that bother you. I said, when people say stuff like that, now they know that's not going to get to me because when I do my video, I'm going to let them know. But what it is for people that support me, whether they be male or female, it's to get a reaction out of them. It's to get a rise out of them. And I said, and truth be told, True P thought I lacked emotional intelligence. Her goal was to get me to say something negative about Melody Cherie Rogers and Martell Holt's kids that they have together. Because Lord knows we know that they don't give a damn about Martell Holt, youngest child. I believe the baby's name is Maverick Knox Holt. I could be wrong. But all of those grown women sit over there and talk horrible about that baby. I've had some folks up in my comment the other day. I had to respond back to them and tell them I've seen you in the chat. One of these millimeters said, I have never said anything about that baby. I said, I never said you said anything about the baby, but you were in the chat. You were in Tay Bark's chat. And several other content creators chat when they spoke negatively and cruelly about that young baby. How can any woman with motherly instincts, any mother, even if you're a woman and you were not able to have a child, even a woman like that has motherly instinct. She has a loving nature. She has a caring nature. She's going to care about the baby and the child. She's not going to want to sit there and entertain and hear someone speak negatively of a child. Even a man, if you're a man with a warm, loving, caring nature, you're not going to sit there and entertain no filth like that. Only demon seeds, demonic folks, find that entertaining. Just like Soul Tea today. What's the other? My son has my other cell phone, but I think I got a photo up here I can find because I took a photo. I screenshot it so I could put it up here because y'all think it's so cute. Marky's mom. I guess you were a military mom. Uh, I mean, you thought that was cute too. You think it's fair game to talk about a disabled child, whether it's a disabled child or any child. Children are off limits. And I don't want to hear nobody saying, well, this YouTube, everything's fair game on YouTube. You can't tell nobody how mad to get. Let me tell you something, baby. Well, then you stop calling yourself a Christian because it ain't nothing that I have said that was that hurtful or offensive to someone to have them want to speak on my disabled son. Nothing. I haven't said anything about anyone but a grown woman. And really, all this dirt got kicked off. Because, see, I'm a little blogger, but my presence has felt like a big dog. Hell, I got less than 1,300 subscribers. At the time, Melody Cherie Rogers made y'all aware of me. I had a little over 1,000. I had what, maybe 1,100? Probably, I know it was over 1,000. I had over 1,000 subscribers, and at that time, she was so touched by my comment, my question. Rather, it was a question, not a comment. That she made a post on her Instagram page called Melody Cherie, and at that time, it had 605,000 subscribers, where she referred to me as the crazy YouTube lady. And for me to do my research, I'm questioning what she gives back. Do my research because I don't pay her enough. And now she's blocked me, pretty girl. So she made that comment. Then her mother, Miss Van, made a comment talking about ignorance. Who was it? Butterfly, I think it was Butterfly came to me to let me know that they were talking about me because I was about to go live. I had just changed the title of my live. I was going to do a live addressing all the lies Sharnita Horton had stated in her Instagram live she did, where she distanced herself from Dr. Heavenly. And then someone had came in my comments under one of my videos and it was touching to me. And I said, you know what? I'd rather create peace than participate in destruction. So I changed the whole title in my video and I was talking about something else. And that's when Butterfly let me know. And I said, no, she ain't talking, Melody ain't talking about me. She, small head, no edge, ain't talking about me. Cause she ain't put my name on it. You know, I come from a sector where if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. So sending subliminal messages is not respected. You gotta let a person know I'm talking to you, ho. Yeah, you. In my too short voice. Hey, ho. You like to cuss, but that ain't what too short be saying. Y'all know I gotta put a little Cali in it. I gotta put a little Cali in it every once in a while. Hold on just a second. Let me stop. Let me acknowledge some people. Cause y'all know I can talk, baby. I can talk. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. And I don't have my thing. Hit the like button, you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video. Hit dislike if you don't like what you're hearing, but hey, it's enough to go around. Don't be a hater, be a congratulator. At least I am. And to show that I'm not a hater, I share folks' videos. I bring attention to your channel so they can support. Um, Everything isn't for everybody. And fortunately for all of us, YouTube allows us, everyone can be a creator, so you can create information on your channel that someone will find enjoyable. But y'all like to pull out that folks are haters and jealous of how much money somebody making. Baby, I got a career. Unless you making 10,000 each month from YouTube, that ain't nothing to be jealous of, baby. And then what I say to that is, if you are making 10,000 a month from YouTube, I can only imagine how much YouTube is pocketing if all you getting is $10,000. Because, honey, I can guarantee you the black content creators ain't getting what the white content creators making. Let me say it again for those that are hearing impaired. I can guarantee you that the black content creators aren't making what the white content creators are making. Okay. So don't run off now. Y'all was in here deep. Don't run off now. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Speak what your girl said. Wow, Tanya. Who else over here? Confessional Confessions of a Reality Queen. What? Tanya said, I shit you not. Marcella, Winter was over there also crying. And I'm glad you said that, Tanya. Winter full of bullshit. I'm just going to call it and I'm just going to say it. Winter is full of bullshit. Let me tell y'all. Let me. Here, baby, come here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. But hold that thought. Winter from Love and Marriage DC is full of bullshit. She's full of bullshit like so many others of these reality TV stars. Y'all keep hearing these horror stories, but you keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You want to have fame so bad you can read, can't you? The only person that should have an excuse for being underpaid or putting up with hostile working relationship is somebody that can't read. You don't know numbers, you can't add, or you have low self-esteem and you just want to be somewhere and be accepted. Why would anybody in 2024, slavery ended a long time ago? Why would anybody stay anywhere in any condition where your mental health is impacted, where you feel unwanted, where you feel isolated? Y'all full of bullshit. Y'all doing anything to be on TV. Then I heard somebody say, well, they signed a contract, so they gotta stay there. I'll be damn. Just take me to court to sue me, cause shit, I ain't got no money. The only thing you gonna get is bills and opinions. Bills and opinions. Can't nobody force you to do nothing. You didn't read that before you signed it. You didn't realize that that's the nature of reality television. The producers have always been dirty and found somebody that's willing to do the dirty work and someone who isn't. There's always a villain on every series. There's always someone that's helpless and a victim. There's always someone that's promiscuous. There's always someone that's smart. They gonna make sure that they got a gay person up on there. So lately, we ain't seen no gay person on Love and Marriage DC. We ain't seen a gay person. Well, let me say LGBT. Hold on, let me get all the letters right. LGBTQIA. See, those are too many letters. When I was growing up, we just had the LGBT. First, it was just the LGB. Then we had the LGBT. Now you got everything else. Baby, if you belong to the everything else, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm sorry, baby. I'm a woman of a particular age. I'm just used to heterosexuals, homosexuals, and bisexuals. So y'all gonna have to have some patience with me so I can learn it. But my thing is this: if a white woman named Rachel Dolezal can't identify and be a black woman, I don't know how you men can be women, how the trans women that are men can be women. Now, I done hurt somebody feeling, and I'm sorry I hurt you, but baby, that's what I want to know. Make it make sense. How come a white woman that was doing things to uplift the black community can't identify as a black woman? Y'all said she was crazy, it's mental illness, this, that, the, or da 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 da. I digress. Let me get back on track. But y'all hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Let me get something, give this to my boys so that they can eat. Hold on. Come here, baby. Eh, All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank you for your patience. So let me come on and go down this line. Channy. Hello, misbehaving. Hey, Channy. Greetings and blessings. I know that's right, Tanya. Tanya says she ride her cloud all over you too. I know that's right. Greetings and blessings, Davita Gang. Welcome, welcome. You guys in the cloud, hit the like button. Dislike if you don't like what you're hearing. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe and sharing is caring. If you like to support the channel or be a blessing, hit the Cash App. Cash App is misbehaving is fun. Dollar sign misbehaving is fun. Let me see. We'll hit this right here. There you go. It's right there at the bottom. Maybe I need to change this photo because we've already done fair use, and we'll just take that on up off of here. So it's a Sunday. It's April 14, 2020, baby. And I'm regulating, and my regulators, I need you to mount on up. Mount on up. Mount on up. Because I'm gonna keep talking, baby. You may not like what you hear this morning, but it's gonna be the truth. Let's see, Tanya. Let me see. Come on down, girl. Come on down. Hey, in my opinion, happy eve, greetings and blessings. It's Sunday. Hey, in my opinion. What you say, in my opinion, they are not very intelligent and the intellect is not there. Well, yeah, so let me get back to Hot Toddy Tea Talk. So apparently Carlos is having his reality with the king in Baltimore in May. So Hot Toddy Tea Talk propositioned me to come on down to Baltimore, Maryland, so we can fight. She'll be there with her girls. Baby, Bob, what is it talking about? I'm an online gangster. Baby, I fight in real life. I fight in real life. But that let me know you didn't grow up in the hood. Because we are women over the age of 50. And I know where I come from and what I've been through. I'm not telling nobody where I'm going to meet you, where I'm going to be. If we just happen to be at the same place at the same time, baby, it's up and it's stuck. Anyway, I wouldn't go nowhere to fight anybody unless I got a certified letter stating that you would not press charges against me for thoroughly whooping your ass. You will not press charges for anybody in the vicinity that may get injured when I'm whooping your ass. Because, baby, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want to ramble with this goddamn ram, baby, because I be on go, ho. I be on go. So you don't want me there in Maryland. I'm not going nowhere unless I know I'm getting paid, and it better not be no Trump change. Two, can't nobody sue me. Three, I can't be arrested and serve time for anybody that may be uh, injured in the course of us uh, having mutual combat. Then fourth, nobody filing a complaint or calling the nursing board to say you got a nurse out here whooping ass and taking names. I don't need y'all to do that because y'all already threatening to do that. That's fourth. And fifth, I cannot use uh um I was in fear of my life as a defense because the judge will say, ma'am, this woman got online, told you to come out to an event in Baltimore, Maryland, so you both can fight. You, being a registered nurse with over 14 years of experience in healthcare, damn near, 20 years of experience in healthcare, and you would willingly, knowing that you have a 12-year-old disabled child that depends on you, would willingly get on a plane, go to Baltimore, Maryland, fight, be incarcerated. Now you're losing your nursing license. Ma'am, that wasn't very smart of you. And I can't say, well, she threatened me. You knew I know the threat is there when you invite me there. Because being from the hood, baby, one thing we don't do during my generation, we never showed up at nobody's house fighting. Now, we was at a party together, or we was at the mall or at school. Yeah, baby, we fighting on site. But to just go to enemy territory, girl, bye. That's why when Heifers would say, I'm coming over to your house, well, come on over, ho. Come on over. Because you ain't going to like what you get when you get here. I'm going to share some to you. Some of you may already know, especially if you work up in law enforcement. So you know it ain't no lie. I had a roommate. I had a roommate when I moved back from California. I had moved to Chicago, and Chicago was like a culture shock because when I left Chicago, I was a little bitty girl. And now I'm coming back a grown woman, and coming back to Chicago as a grown woman, it did not look the same to me. And I was one of those upbeat, chipper people because I was from California, growing up like with a whole bunch of white people. So I was in Chicago and I was talking just like this. And I would say, hello, good morning, how are you? And my sister, who had never left Chicago, her homegirls were telling her, you tell your sister she too chipper and perky for us. We walk over dead bodies here in Chicago. That they told my sister to tell me. Now this is my baby sister. So anyway, I befriend a girl, and we worked for the welfare department together. We worked for Illinois Department of Human Services together. And this girl would always talk loud. I bust a motherfucker head to the white meat. I mean, she would always say that to folks, and she on go, she ready to fight or whatever. And I would just, I'm just quiet. I got my two girls with me. I'm quiet, working or whatever. Well, people had brought it to my attention at work, and I'm the type of person, I don't believe what people tell me. I have to see it for myself. But not only that, if we're friends, I often tend to feel like people try to break up people's friendships, so they'll come and tell you stuff to turn you against one another. What was brought to my attention that this girl had been talking about me horribly at work. And I wasn't, falling for it. I was like, yeah, okay. So one day I had asked her at home, I was telling her, I was like, hey, I was like, so and so, they said you said this. She was like, I ain't say that stuff or whatever. And I was like, well, calm down, it's cool. I don't believe what they're saying anyway. I think they just don't like us being friends. So anyway, baby, one day it was a brownstone. Her father owned this brownstone. So she had a room, I had a room, and my girls shared a room. So one day I came home and she was on the phone, and then she started talking crazy. Now she not knowing. See, my grandmother has a saying. There's a saying, still water runs deep. So when a person is quiet, don't always think a person is scared. She didn't know my history. She didn't know my background. She ain't know I'm with the shits for real because I've been through some things. So I come through the door, and that chick got to talking crazy to me. And baby, I don't know who she was showing out for with the phone, while she was on the phone talking crazy. Because what it was, Her father owned the brownstone, and they wanted me and my girls to move out of it. First, he lied and said they were renovating the brownstone, so everybody had to move out of the building. Well, one day I happened to be coming home, and then I saw her going into one of the apartments on the first floor. And I'm like, well, what the hell is she going? What is she going in there for? Then it dawned on me, oh, they want me and my kids to move out. Now, we only moved in that brownstone to help her because her mother kicked her out of their townhome. They lived on the north side of Chicago. And so, anyway, I peeped game. I was like, okay. So if the building is supposed to be renovated, why is she moving stuff in the downstairs apartment right there? I ain't say nothing. So then I had to go look for a place. And during this time, you guys, this was back during September 11th. Um, a lot of the state employees that work for the state of Illinois, we got laid off from work after September 11th. And what they did is they had a wave of layoffs. And so I was hired for the Department of Human Services before she was. She was in the first wave that was getting laid off. Our union fought. Our union fought. Hold on just a second, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. So anyway, she was hired in the group. They were in the first wave of layoffs. So they were getting laid off first, but our union fought for them to keep their jobs, and they were successful keeping their jobs. And so the whole time before her job was saved, she was stressed out like, I can't pay my half of the rent because the way we split the bills in the apartment is I we paid 50-50, but I told her since I have two bedrooms and I have my girls and she's going to get laid off, I'll pay more of, more of the rent and the bills or whatever. Stop stressing, it'll be okay. Because I'm a real one, I'm a friend, it'll be all right. Baby, I was in the second wave of layoffs. And so our union fought for us, and the excuse they used for us not being laid off is because they said we had more seniority than the people in the first wave. And since their job was saved, we shouldn't be let go. Well, that didn't work. So the administrator of the welfare department that I worked for, God, I can't remember that little Indian man's name, but they told us to go ahead and fill out applications. They would try to get us a position transferred to another welfare department, or you could go ahead and allow the state of Illinois go ahead and be laid off, collect the money, but they would put you on the recall list so you could come back and get your job back. You can get your job back, and they would pay for you to go to school. So that's how I ended up getting into nursing from there. But anyway, now, I'm still not tripping. Everything's fine. Now you add on, now all of a sudden her father's selling the brownstone. Then I'm still not tripping. Okay, it'll be okay. I find an apartment. It's another story that'll happen, and it won't be online. It'll be later. I don't know if I'll ever share that story. But all I know is on this particular day, I was like a teapot boiling on the inside. On the outside, I was calm, cool, collective. But it was so much stuff going on in the inside with me that I had been holding in, feeling like when that girl hit me with that telephone, she took the telephone and swung it down, and it hit me on the bridge of my nose. And what she tried to do is take the phone and like hit me several times, but she was only able to hit one time because I pulled my head back. I pulled my head back, stepped back, and then I came up swinging. She wasn't able to hit me again, and I grabbed. She had braids in her hair. I took them braids and wrapped them around my hand, and I took her whole body and I slammed her on the ground. And then I got the punching her. I was up on top of her, and I'm swinging and I'm punching and I'm punching. To me, I'm trying to punch as hard as I can, but each time my punches, to me, while I'm in that moment, as my punches are hitting, it feels like I'm hitting a pillow, like it's the punches aren't hitting anything, so I'm swinging even harder. Then she turned around. She was able to turn around on her stomach. There was a big, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm telling y'all the truth. I had blacked out. There was a big metal fan. You know how to, if you're from Chicago, it gets muggy in the summer, baby. There was this big metal fan I had bought that was right there. I had picked that fan up, and I was about to bash that girl. I was about to bash her in the head, like beat her with that fan. And the truth, and I'm getting emotional right now. What stopped me from bashing that girl in the head with that fan is because when I raised that fan up over my head, I don't know why my head turned to the side. I don't know if my head turned to the side or my eyes just happened to lock and go to the side. And I saw my daughters. I saw the look on my daughter's face, and that's what snapped me out of it. So I put the fan down. In California, we have this thing called mutual combat. If two people are fighting, you both go to jail. If you know what I'm saying, and police come, you both go to jail. So I'm trying to move fast. I'm trying to move like California. Okay, let me go ahead and call. She goes ahead, she leaves out the house. I didn't know what her face looked like, and I didn't even care. I know I had my knuckles were skinned up from punching her in the mouth, and I hadn't noticed my knuckles at the time. We lived on the south side of Chicago. In the area where we lived at, there are a lot of police officers. So she just went up to the gas station, and I mean, it was a sea of officers that came over to the brownstone. Now, keep in mind, I'm trying to follow protocol like we do in California. You go ahead, call the police, you're afraid for your life or whatever. It's going to be mutual combat. Baby, when they came through the door, they were like, "Where's the weapon?" And I'm like, "What weapon? There is no weapon. Where's the weapon?" I'm like, "What weapon? There is no weapon." They said, "What did you beat her with? What did you beat her in the face with?" And I showed them my knuckles. I said, "My hands. I hit her with my hands. Don't you see the teeth marks all on my knuckles?" And I told them, I said, "She started the fight. She hit me first." And I said, "I want to press charges." So the officer, he was like, uh, "No, there can only be a victim and an aggressor. And because you don't look like anything's wrong with you, she's the victim, and we're arresting you and charging you for domestic violence." I said, "Domestic violence? I'm not no lesbian." And they were like, "No, that's not what that means. You guys live in the same uh home, in the same dwelling." Baby, they arrested me. They arrested me, and I told the officer, "Call my sister." My sister was there, and she lived on the south side also. She lived on the southwest side. I told them to call my sister. My sister lived off 63rd. And they went ahead, they arrested me. They took me down. I didn't go downtown. They took me to one of those little stations. I can't even remember which one it was on the south side, and had me handcuffed in a room. And I'll never forget, like, male officers were coming and like, "What are you doing up in here? You too cute to be." I said I got in a fight with my roommate. She hit me with a phone, and so I was fighting, but they arrested me. They didn't arrest her. This female officer came. Not once did anybody offer to take me to the hospital to be checked out or anything. It was a female officer that came in there and she said, "What are you in here for?" And so I told her what happened. And she said, "Press the issue for them to take you to the hospital." She said, "They have to take you. Press the issue." She said, "Even if it is the end of their shift, they have to take you." And she said, "Do you want to go to the hospital?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." We get to the hospital. The one officer was two black officers, but one of them, he was a real asshole to me the whole entire time. I get to the emergency room. When they go to nurse goes to check me out, the nurse starts yelling and freaking out because my handcuffs were too tight. Because when they took them off, I had the red welts all up on my wrist, and so the officer that she was fussing at, it wasn't the mean one, it was the nice one. And I told her he wasn't the one that put the handcuffs on me, it was the other one. So anyway, they x-rayed my nose. I had abrasions and whatever else. They went ahead and took me to the holding cell. And baby, let me just tell you this: jails in Chicago ain't nothing like California. Woo! Baby, some of y'all about to start laughing, and some of you from Chicago, y'all gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. First, I was lied to. They told me I was going to be released after a couple of hours. A couple of hours never happened. I wasn't released. Hold on just a second, you guys. Hold on. Okay, Sunday, we keeping it real. Real with misbehaving. Baby. So when I get up, they kept me overnight in jail at the little holding cell on the south side. Baby, they told me now I had to go downtown because there would be court. Baby, they send a paddy wagon to like various areas. I don't know if they do it now, but back then, baby, it was like this little police paddy wagon stopping off at every little whole little police station to pick folks up that had been arrested so they could take us all downtown to downtown Chicago to be processed to the main, uh, to the Cook County Jail. So, baby, we get on down there. Baby, when I tell you that shit looked like a factory, it looked like a factory. I'd never seen so many bodies in one place, and the way that they were processing us in and out. Baby, they were cussing us out. It was so many bodies, and then they were passing sandwiches. And I remember the one officer told a female, he said, "Bitch, I will put my foot in your ass." And I said, "Oh my God. Where the hell am I at?" They don't talk to like people like this in California when you get arrested. And then, honey, the cells were nasty. Oh Lord, baby, I gotta do a story time on that. I say all of that to say this: T Talk Toddy girl. I know you just putting on a show and you putting on airs and it's entertainment for your subscribers. I know that's what it is because it is some kind of way the millimeters are involved with this new season, and so you have to have us against them. And I'm not meeting nobody nowhere to fight because I don't know if it's for play or if it's for real. And in my mind, anybody that approach me and step up to me, baby, it's gonna be fight or flight. I'm not flighting, I'm fighting. And I don't stop fighting until I see blood. So that is why I don't argue with people. When they get to raising their voice yelling, I let them yell for a little while, but then I tell them lower your tone. Lower your tone when you're talking to me. Because after a while, when I get tired, I stand up and I tell them, lower your tone when you're talking to me. See that big dog come out. Because to me, it feels like you're trying to punk me. And I don't want to have to hurt you if I don't have to. Now, see, when I was younger, I put up with a lot of things during my marriage because I had kids. And because of the trauma that I went through, I didn't want my kids to go through it because, in my mind, if I react and hurt this man, because I know I can't whoop him with my hands, I'm going to have to end his life. And if I end his life, that means I'm going to prison. Then my family members are going to have to raise my children. And sometimes, unfortunately, in families, you have predators. And I never wanted my girls to experience or go through anything that I went through as a little girl. So I dealt with what I had to in my marriage until I wasn't going to do it anymore. Now that my daughters are adults, they're grown women, my son is 12, he can go with his sisters. So if a man talking about putting his hands on me, baby, it'll be the last time you put your hands on me. Anyway, y'all gonna quit playing for clicks and views, and y'all gonna quit playing with folks' kids. Now you talking online, I can't say nothing to you, I can't do nothing to you, whatever. You just want a reaction, but you cannot possibly be a Christian and y'all up here lying for no reason. And there is not one single solitary person here on YouTube that can tell you or provide you with audio, video, or anything in writing where I've ever spoke ill of anybody's child, because I haven't. Now for you grown botches, yeah, I'll talk crazy to you all day. But if I think mentally you not tough enough to handle it, I'll apologize to you. So let's come on. There's hold on. Regulators mount up. Hit the like button, please. If you'd be so kind, subscribe if you haven't. And to you subscribers that support Tea Talk, um, Hot Toddy Tea Talk, um, Goat Mouth, Baby Dinosaur Tay, True P, Small Head, No Edge. Y'all need to quit believing everything that somebody tell you and listen for yourself. I have videos that you can listen to. And then for y'all trying to make it look like, especially Hot Toddy T, to make it look like Miss Wanda got me coming over to attack her. Wanda ain't got me doing nothing. In fact, Wanda may have been hesitant to even drop in my chat because I even have a video about Wanda. I called them the best. What did I say? The best of the hillbillies. I told Carlos he need to hurry up and create a show called the best of the hillbillies because baby, we would watch it. The public would watch it. So y'all full of crap. It's people that don't take the time to find out the information themselves that they're more apt to listen to what somebody says whom they trust, especially if you're older of a particular age. We ain't got the patience to be sitting through no videos for no 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. Hell, you don't even want to sit on a chat that long if it's not entertaining and holding your attention. I hate when I have to go edit a video that may be over an hour. I'll be like, God, dog, how did I mess around and do that? How did I mess around and do that? So hold on, I'm trying to see what's going on. I want to share this video. Thank you. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you for telling them. Thank you. What you say in my opinion, California love in the words of Tupac. That's right, baby. California up. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. There we go. Doom, doom. Gotta throw them doves up. Throw it up, throw it up. California. Baby, Chicago made me, but California raised me. And as I've stated before, I don't know what it is about the water, what happened, what's lingering in Chicago, but baby, it's done a number on us because mental illness is real. And then for those of you that are trying to clown and somebody thought they was being cute up in my comment telling me to take care of my mental health and whatever else, my mental health is fine and it's managed. Now, if this had been 2 years ago, I was on the edge. And to me, that thoughts of wanting to unalive yourself, that's nothing but a demon because there are greater things meant for you. You were meant to be here so that you can be a blessing for others, so you can help others. And that's a demon trying to cause you to take your own self out of this earth because they don't want you to be a beacon of light for anyone else. So that's a demon, and you can't be tempted. And there are many people that are not fortunate enough or strong enough to fight that urge. You have to have a reason. So that's why I say when you see somebody, you can tell, even if you don't know, you can tell there's a change in someone. Their mood, their demeanor, their appearance, the way they talk, the way they dress. If somebody's laying around all day, sleeping all day, it's not because they're lazy. Most of the time, it's not because they're lazy. They're struggling with depression. Some people are afraid. They don't even know what's going on with them. They're afraid to share it. So sometimes, be kind. Be kind. Because it could be you. Be thankful that it's not you. Be thankful that you've never had to experience things like that. I know that's right. In my opinion, act up and you gonna get effed up. Yeah. So bless the channel. Marcella told y'all to bless it, but thank you if you can't. Just hit like. That's appreciated too. Just hit like or subscribe or share the video. I know some of you can't share the video because if you do, it may be a hater pretending like they your friend and then they gonna run back and tell on you. Ooh, so and so was over there at that woman chat. Baby, I love the nicknames y'all gave me. I knew about wig, but I like that nickname Tay gave me, misbehavior health. I like that misbehavioral health. I like that one. Sometimes it's some fun stuff, but baby, y'all not gonna be lying on my son. Y'all not gonna be speaking on him, and you're not gonna try to act like you didn't mean anything negative. Tracy Reed, Tracy, are you in California? Kids should never ever be involved grown people ish. I'm just saying, shaking my head. Peace and blessings to all. That's right, Tracy. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. They shouldn't. That's why I'm saying they can't be Christians if they're involving kids. There's no justification for talking about kids. Gwendolyn Crosby, right? Melody don't care about them. She cares about the money they provide for her. Yeah. And money is the root of all evil. She could have so much more, so much more. But I don't know. Maybe because I've never been, you know, I'm just a frugal person. I'm happy with life. It doesn't take much to make me happy, honey. All I need a home that's paid for, something that I know my son can have for the rest of his life. Um, I prefer to have a home where there's pretty green grass so family can come over and visit and have little family functions. When I see big families, I love seeing that. I love seeing folks gather for family reunions, holidays. I love that because I didn't have that. I didn't have that. A lot of times, family love to have you around for what they can get out of you. If you can't give them no money, honey, they don't want you around, baby. They do not want you around, and that's a horrible feeling. That's a horrible feeling. Yes, it is. So let's go one dark and lovely. Right, I'm retired from law enforcement. Admit, hey, there we go. So you already know, one dark and lovely. You know, even if you don't have a record, you'll still have that number. And if somebody working in law enforcement, they can see what you were charged with, but they may not be able to see the disposition because some folks are nosy. Some folks are nosy. But I always tell them, hey, you know I didn't serve no time because if I served time somewhere, you would see that. That's how I know you guys. When I tell y'all I know that there's a higher power, there's an angel. There's an angel walking with me and around me. Because even at my lowest point, or when even if it's financial, I think I don't have it, it somehow it produces itself. That's why if I have it, I share with people. I had shared a story in one of my videos. I was homeless by myself because to me I felt like, and it was during my time when I was really depressed. And to me, I feel like when my kids are grown, they can take care of themselves. They don't have to worry about themselves. And then my son is with his father. He'll be okay. And that I'm tired. Hold on just a second, you guys. Hold on. Yes, babe. Okay, you guys, I'm up here pouring some water up in here. You know, my little grandbaby, he is a tween now, and he's independent when he's with at home, but when he gets with me, he treats me like my name is Nell Carter. He treats me like that I'm Nell Carter. Hold on just a second, yo. Here, there you go. Love you, baby. And the funny thing is, my grandson is an Aries too. Baby, we so many emotions when we get together. But my grandbaby is a March is a March Aries. Miss Gwendolyn, what you say? Now they're trying to copy Miss Marcella blueprint by trying to talk about other subject with misinformed information. Right. Because if they're gonna stop, they claim that small head no edge is supposed to be leaving, maybe leaving the show. They need to find something else to talk about because all of them talking about they ain't gonna talk about the show. They know that's their bread and butter. That's their bread and butter. What you say, Sugar Brown? Hey, Mello. You said Mellow Mutts hit that thumbs up button since you're in the house. Yep. There once upon a time I would not use that word Mellow Mutt because I said no, I didn't like it. But since nobody will speak up and say that it's wrong for those content creators to be talking on children in general, hey, when y'all come over here, say whatever you want to say. Hell, say what you want to say. So let's see, Butterfly. Hi, help. I'm here listening while driving. Wait a minute. Why did you do that, baby? You just wasting what you want. Some more? You want more? Okay. Right now? Hold on, you guys. Okay. Now that was my son with his little spoiled little self. But anyway, um, I said I know there was Angel walking with me because different stuff I done been in, I should either be dead or I should be locked up in jail. But speaking of jail, we're gonna go back to my visit with Cook County. So, honey, I happen to be, I don't know what it is. I'm a bad girl. But I've always liked the good guys that came grown up and were raised in a different uh type of household setting than I grew up in. But once I got older, I started dating I've always dated guys in law enforcement. I was dating a sheriff. So y'all, we're gonna go back to this jail because those folks tricked me. I thought I was getting out of jail on Saturday morning. So at the Cook County Jail, I don't know if they do it now, but back then they would do it on the camera. And it was on Saturday. You were in a cell with other folks. They would call your name. You would just stand up. Now I was told I was gonna get out. First, I was told I was getting out Friday. Then I was told I was gonna go to court, and then the judge would release me. Girl, when I get up there and listen to the judge. The judge was talking about they were holding me. I could either bail out of jail or they were holding me. My court date wasn't until 2 weeks or my arraignment or whatever. Baby, to be up in that jail for 2 weeks, hell, I couldn't stand being up in that damn jail for 2 nights. Baby, it was overcrowded. It was cold. Baby, they had us all lined up when we first got up in there and stand over a piece of paper in the gym and wanted us to take off our clothes. And I wouldn't take off my clothes, so they were yelling at me, telling me to take off my clothes. And I said, I'm not taking off my clothes. It's a man right there. They said, that's not a man. That's a I said, well, a woman. Shit. Well, she shouldn't be up in here because she sure look like a man. But baby, those were inhumane treatments. Inhumane treatment. I had never seen anything like it in all my life at that Cook County jail, baby. Cook County jail don't play. But anyway, honey, I got a hold I had got a hold of my sister. She was calling family member in Chicago for folks to come bail me out of jail. Everybody afraid to come bail me out of jail because folks got stuff wrong with them. Either they ain't have a driver's license or they ain't want to be involved with the law. I said, God dog. God dog. I got to get up out of here. I got to get up out of here. So I told her to call my friend. He's a sheriff. And so I said, I need you to call him. I need you to call him and let him know I am here. He need to come and get me out. I don't know who he need to talk to or what he need to do, but I need to get up out of here. So anyway, I get bailed out of jail. I end up getting bailed out of jail. So when I walk out of jail, it's early in the morning. Luckily in Chicago, transportation run 24/7, baby. You can get on that red line, that green line. It's 24/7, baby. You don't need no car in Chicago. I don't know how it is now, but back then that's how it was. Whether it's the train or a bus, you could get around Chicago. So when I get out early in the morning, I'm expecting to see him waiting outside to pick me up. I don't see him, so I get up on the bus. I travel to my sister's house to go get my girls. So I go and get my girls, and then we get on the bus and we head back to the other side of town, head home. So, but before I get there, I call him and I'm like, well, where are you at? And he was like, they can't know I bailed you out. We're not allowed to do that. And if somebody saw me down there, I can get in trouble for that. I said, oh, okay. And he was like, but are you okay? And I said, yeah, I mean, I'm all right. I mean, it was nasty and dirty up in there. I was like, oh my God. He was like, yeah, welcome to Chicago. That motherfucker, that motherfucker tell me, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. It's funny now. It wasn't back then, baby. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Yeah, but anyway, that fool gonna tell me, welcome to Chicago. And go Gwendolyn Crosby, who we got down here, Sugar Brown 37 is saying hello. Hey, Miss Doreen is blessed. Hey, she said, hello, good day, everybody. Doreen, don't tell me you from Chicago. It's a small world, baby. But anyway, I ended up going to court, but my daughter was telling me, my eldest, um, she was telling me, she was like, Mom, they weren't going to take us to Auntie house at first. And I said, what do you mean? And now she was referring to the officers that arrested me. Because remember, you guys, they were both black. They both were black men. One was tall and the other was shorter. And the shorter one, he was mean and nasty towards me. But my daughter, she was like, he didn't want to take us to Auntie house. He said that they should just take us back to to the police department. And she said, but the other officer said, no, man, don't do that. They'll take her kids from her. Can y'all imagine that? A black man, you want, instead of just driving my kids over to my sister house, And it wasn't like we lived. My sister lived on the southeast side. I mean, it really wasn't far. It was in 63rd. I lived off 76 and Clyde. So I mean, it wasn't that far. But this man wanted to take my kids to the police department, and then that meant DCFS would have gotten involved in taking my kids. And my daughter said, Mom, but that man said, no, that girl will go crazy. And I told my daughter, I said, he's absolutely right, because you and your sister are the only thing I have in this world. And if they would have took y'all from me, I mean, man, I'm telling y'all, been on a life of crime. I would have been on in a life of crime. I'm telling you, because it's been like I done lost my babies. So it ain't nothing to live for. So I'm just going all out. I'm finna do anything. And that meant I would have went after old girl because you the reason that my kids were taken. But see, there was an angel that intervened, and that other officer that happened to be there, he was kind and he advocated for me and my children. So he knew, he ain't no telling. I wish I could remember what that officer's name, but I know that little short one. I filed a complaint against him once I was released. I had filed a complaint against him. But anyway, one dark and lovely. What you say, right? They knew it was protocol to take you to the hospital. And see, I didn't know that at the time. I didn't. Yep, you got to think. Amen. Yes, Miss Doreen is blessed. You got to stop and think. Bree Patterson. Hot Toddy already know you are a keyboard gangster. Oh, well, that's what you guys think. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. See, I'm an older woman. That comments like that, Mike. Hold on, just a second. Okay. Comments like that, that'll work on like a young woman or woman that lacks emotional intelligence, but I have nothing to prove to anybody. That time has come and gone of proving myself. Words is just words. What, remember when we were growing up, they would say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. I believe that, and at my age, honey, I believe it. Folks can say whatever. I just look at them crazy, and then if they get to talking too much, I tell them, now you can say whatever you want to say, just as long as you don't put your hands on me, okay? Just as long as you don't put your hands on me, they can say whatever. And T talk, she just talking herself. She putting on airs for y'all. She putting on y'all, putting on airs for y'all. Sure. I don't know nobody that if you live that lifestyle and you've been through some horrible things, and you're able to live to see another day or change your life around so you can show younger folks that are going through what you survived, you be the example to them and tell them it ain't even worth it. My daughter, children weren't even raised in the hood. I mean, I worked so hard to provide for them, and so when my oldest one, I don't know what it is. It's like they gravitate for what they don't know. But she don't know that it was an angel in her life, because at one time she should have been locked up. She should have been locked up. But hey, it's not. I said, shoot, baby. I'm not rushing to fight nobody. I'm not scared to fight you, but honey, I'm not rushing to fight nobody unless I have those four things that I mentioned earlier. I need it in writing and certified, because I don't want to be liable for anything I may do when I black out on you. And I don't want you to be able, to file a complaint with the nursing board. I don't want you to do nothing. You just take that ass whooping fair and square. Now, if you see me somewhere, you see me somewhere. But I'm not coming to meet you nowhere. Nowhere. So let's see. Did y'all hear the story? Oh my God. I got a notification from God darn it, from Kong King Live. I haven't gotten a notification in a long time from him for going live about a young man up in Chicago, Dexter Reed, that was recently unalive, shot down by the cops, 96 shots. But this is my thing. The way Kong came on his live today, I thought it was something recent. This happened last month. And that's why I'm talking about. It seems like everybody's in a cahoots. And I said this a while ago. It's like rich folks sitting back playing a game with us here on YouTube to see us tear each other down or use us for entertainment, or maybe there's a social experiment going on, because there are a lot of content creators on here that are from Chicago, and I have not heard one person speak of this. And after I saw Kong's live, I went ahead and left on out. I listened for a few minutes because he's not a biased person, but I noticed that they were using their body camera to show them aiming the gun at the vehicle and so forth. But when it came time to when shots were exchanged and fired, mysteriously the camera's not aimed at the car, so you will know. So people are saying that Mr. Dexter Reed is the one fired the shots. Well, how do you know? Then there were people saying, they may be police officers, but they're afraid for their lives. They shot 96 times. I done seen so many videos where white folks can come with chainsaws, guns, hop in the car, drive off, try to run them over with a truck, and they are able to not be afraid and remain, and maintain their cool. So then that's one aspect of that story right there. Then they show the family standing nearby. The attorney is talking, and he's saying that the family doesn't want any violence, they just want justice. And I tuned out right then and there. I tuned out right then and there because I said it's April, it's an election year, and this happens every 4 years around this time. So now there's going to be an uptick in police involved shootings and unaliving people and people getting riled up. And then you're going to have a family member that's going to accept that blood money because they in with the almighty dollar. My thing is this: if the family's not upset and fighting and rioting and tearing some stuff up, I'm finna mind my black business. All I know is when it comes to me and my family, I know for a fact, I know for a fact that if something happened to one of my family members, nobody's taking no blood money. We all finna ride and we just not gonna be on earth no more. And that is the problem, and that's why this stuff continues to happen, because you take the blood money. Your loved one life should be worth more than that. And that's why I think it's by design, just to get us worked up. Uh, I don't know. Is this an AI? Is everybody acting? Because the police, I don't know. It seemed like everybody acting. It's like a game of Grand Theft Auto. The characters in the game look more realistic than fake. So you don't know what's real or not, because with all of this drama going on, there were no people outside the vehicle. I noticed, like no neighbors in the neighborhood paying attention, no noise in the background. So I don't know. So I just turned it, because if you notice, there'll be some things that pop up in your feed. Some of this stuff is to get you to react. And I said, let me just tune away. Because if the family ain't doing nothing and all they doing is standing there nearby and it's another uh press conference, I'm not getting involved. Now I'm for everything black, baby. Now when you ready to ride, we can ride. But if you finna stand there, sing, march, sing, and take that blood money, I don't want to hear a thing. I'm finna mind my business and stay up over here. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's see. Somebody says something. One dark and lovely. What you say? You said right. Police transport van for court because they get paid. Shaking my head. Baby, ooh, I done had flashback. Honey, you know how you get down there? Hey, Grandma Moki. That's why you know that's an Aries talking. Okay, baby. Okay. They want to rumble with this ram. You don't want to rumble with the ram, baby. I'm about peace. I'd rather participate in peace. I'd rather create peace rather than participate in destruction. Because when I'm on go, I'm on go. And that's why when I'm interacting with people, and maybe it's because of things I've been through, I mean, I like clean environments, so I'll make sure that the environment is cleaned where I work. And most of you know, I work with patients that are incarcerated, so I like the area clean. Talk to people with respect, whether they're locked up, a patient, or people in general. I will talk respectful to you, but if you start talking crazy to me, I might give you that resting bitch face. I've been told I got a mean resting bitch face, and I've been told by a few, my new ADON. She said, everybody, the rumor about me through the place is I'm a damn good charge nurse and I know how to run a unit. And they love, they don't have no issues with my patients when I'm there. They said, but the way I talk is brash. I said, what do you mean? And I mean, I didn't think it was right. I was like, well, can you give me an example? She was like, Miss Haven. She said, say you let them know you the charge nurse, this your unit, you running it, and this is what they gonna do. And I said, now that seems a bit far-fetched. I don't talk like that. But it might be someone may have, been talking back to me, trying to tell me what to do. But I have to remind them that I'm the charge nurse and this is what's going to happen. Because I know the other day I got to work late and they had already, the supervisor made the assignment of who was going to go where. Then I had one of the techs that don't like to work that they floated to my unit. She complaining about one of the other techs that's assigned to my unit being floated to another unit. And she wanted to spend damn near 30 minutes. She would have spent an hour if I would have let her, talking about why they did that. I said, I don't know. I wasn't here. I said, I'm the charge nurse, but I wasn't here. You were here. Why didn't you didn't question the supervisor when the supervisor did this? I said, and she said, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, we not talking about that right now. We not finna talk about that. What's done is done. We have patients to take care of. We have patients to take care of. Okay. And so, but anyway, she told me that she knows I have a mean resting bitch face. She said she has one too. She said just try to be mindful of how I'm talking. And she said, because people will try to paint a picture of me that's not true. And I said, well, I do know it's some people that's upset with me that don't like to work and I make them work. I mean, I don't work them like a dog, but they can sit down and rest. Just make sure stuff is taken care of because, you know, we're on a unit. People can be victimized, and part of that softness in me too could be because I have family members. Even though I didn't serve no time, I may have been locked up in jail for fighting, maybe for 24. I mean 48. The most I've ever stayed in jail is from Friday to early Monday morning, and I got released. So we had Friday to Saturday, 72 hours. Because I think, to be honest, I got released at 3 in the morning on Tuesday. Now that was for fighting the police, baby. Woo! I was lucky I ain't get in because honey, I was in a white city, white county, baby. Them fools hog tied me. I shared that story on another video. I don't know which video it was, but baby, they hog tied me. But hell, how I was supposed to know they were law enforcement? This man in plain clothes. I thought somebody was doing a home invasion robbery, baby. I was fighting for my life. I was fighting for my life, y'all. But they took me and hog tied me, took my hands and handcuffed my wrist to my ankles and carried me out the house. And baby, they would carry me, and I'm looking, and I see all kind of sheriff cars, all kind of share cars. So I'm telling y'all, if you run me, you'll see I ain't talking. I ain't selling no wolf tickets. You just ain't gonna know what the disposition of my case was. But just know this: California will not let you be a registered nurse if you have any convictions. Any convictions. I may have been charged, but I never was convicted. Okay? Thank you, angel. Whatever angel that is that's walking with me, around me, and with thee. Thank you. So let's come on down. Yes, that's right. Tell them, tell them. Oh, I'm going backwards. Lord, I'm going backwards. Um, yes, you are absolutely right, Miss Gwendolyn. Oh, you want me to have this? You don't want this? Thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right, you guys. Yeah, Miss Gwendolyn Crosby. If I were to switch my content up and talk bad about everybody else and talk about their personal business, and folks don't know if it's true or not, because I'd heard on, god darn it, um shucks, it was a millimeter, of course, a millimeter content creator page. It wasn't Queen Sheba, it was somebody. God darn it, I can't remember which person it was, but they were saying that the only case they see now, see, folks keep saying that the Scots have a lot of cases, a lot of cases, a lot of lawsuits against them, but all they can find is one case, and that's the Zen case. Well, my thing is, dummy, how you know that ain't a pretend case for television? Because Martell did send up on Unwind with Tasha K and talked about how they were doing a show involving the courtroom and bailiffs. So how y'all know these networks and corporations, they have to come up with new ways of creating and reinventing entertainment, because it's not like when we were little kids and our parents and grandparents, where they're stepping away from getting on a set, filming all day because it costs them money, when they can save money and make money at the same time by doing reality television. So, yeah, you don't know all of this. We could all be in some big skit. Hell, at one moment earlier today, I said, hell, I better go rewatch The Matrix. How I know I ain't in the Matrix and I done messed around and took the wrong pill and I've been awakened and I'm noticing everything around me and everybody else is asleep. That was one scenario I had. Another scenario was like, oh, it's so horrible out here. Prices is up. People doing crazy stuff. Lord, am I in hell? Am I in hell? That, I'm being honest. I had a thought. I said, am I in hell? I'm in hell on earth. And then I said, well, God wouldn't have my children in hell and my grandchild in hell with me. And I'm like, well, what the hell is going on? I know I'm not crazy, but it I get irritated hearing the same stories over and over. So it's like something ain't right. I don't know, something ain't right and everything's not looking real. We don't even have journalism, the news reporters like we used to back in the day where they had integrity and tell the truth. You have majority of these news stations and these newspapers owned by the same people, so they can control what we hear and see. So the only uh um information that we can get, where we can quite possibly get some information that is true, is online on social media. But if everybody has a price and willing to take a payday in order to withhold the truth, we're all doomed. I remember once upon a time it was celebrated to be smart, educated. Now it seems like it's the cool thing to be stupid and dumb. Like it's cool not to know anything. Then when you hear people talking over in press conferences, it's like, man, do you need a teleprompter? Should you have rehearsed what you were going to say, or do you know what you want to say? Is this your first time speaking in front of a camera? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Uh-oh. Okay, yeah. Who is that up here? Tiffany. Let me see. Tracy Reed. Yeah, that's right. You don't go over nobody else's house. Oh, okay. Hold on. I went too far down. I skipped somebody. Somebody is talking about that Dexter Reed story. Tanya, what you say? That video was awful, but I am scared of what it may show because shots started inside the car. I just don't understand why they pulled him over. Oh, okay, Tanya. So the shots did start inside the car. Okay. Um, from Mr. Kong that was talking today, he was talking about they pulled him over for a seatbelt violation, but from the outside of the car, it looked like the windows were tinted. So how did they know he had a seatbelt violation? I don't know. I don't know. Tanya said they would have called CPS immediately. Oh, Tanya, you still, yeah, about my time getting locked up? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Let's see, Dark and Lovely. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on. Somebody here. One Dark and Lovely, you said those jail guards are institutional guards on the county sheriff department holding cells. He was right, not let them know he bailed you out. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Yep. He was a sheriff. He had a lot of family members work for the sheriff department. And shoot, I don't know if he still work for that sheriff department now. I remember when I was moving, leaving Chicago, he had his own home. And he had some grown children, and he had a young son that he was raising. His children were so smart. But he ended up buying a brownstone, and so I wouldn't leave Chicago. He told me that I could go and live in a brownstone with my girls, and that way I'll have a place to stay. Because remember, you guys, I got laid off from the state and yada yada yada. That's a whole nother story. But it sounded good to go live in that brownstone and have free rent and whatever, but that man, no, baby, cause no, cause he would have been able. He liked to have other women, and I wouldn't have been able to see other men. And in my mind, he would have had cameras up in that brownstone, keeping track of me coming in and out whenever he want to. And baby. You ain't finna have easy access like that and then get mad and try to hurt me. Mm-mm. Baby. It sounded good, but and I'm gonna trust my intuition. But I don't know. I lost his number. You said both of them officers were jackasses, right? Had they did that, your kids would have been in the system. Yep, yep. I cannot remember the tall guy's name, but he is the one told his partner not to do it. That's what my daughter said. Tanya, that one is on Pacer, but they are the plaintiffs. They took Zen Gardens to court. Oh, okay. Hearing people say of Pacers, so I don't know. And my thing is, I don't like being nosy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know people's. I don't want to know people business like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not even on the show. It'd be different if it was on the show and they were talking about it. But even then, I don't like to pry into anybody's information. Like even when the patients come in to the unit or you got to process them, I don't even want to know what they're there for at all. Now, I tend to end up having to find out what they're there for because what'll happen is um, they have to have a treatment plan done, and we have meetings, and then sometimes I'll find out like if there's a changing condition with them and it's after hours and the doctor's not available, I'll have to call the on call doctor. So I have to give an S bar. So I have to give them their little background or whatever. And so while I'm reviewing their chart, I'll end up coming across what their charges are, what they're in there for, and so forth. So that's how I end up finding out what they're there for. Hell, y'all, just the other day, a patient. Hell, he got a little handsy with me. Normally he doesn't walk up straight. He walks bent over to the side, slow, always falling asleep. He's left off and been gone to the hospital for a while. Now he's back and it's night and day. This man is walking tall, fast, full of energy, smiling, alert. And honey, I had to question him. I said, "Are you Mr. Jody Brown?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "You're Jody Jackson Brown?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "No, you're not Jody Jackson Brown." I said, "Baby, somebody, there's a body snatcher. Somebody then took your body and came back pretending to be you." And he started laughing. But he nicknamed me Shorty. That's his nickname for me. He always called me Shorty. And then the black nurse, the black doctor, rather, he always called her the little nurse. I mean, the little doctor. He called me Shorty and he calls her the little doctor. Where the little doctor? Hey, hey, where the little doctor? But honey, he got a little handsy, like he kept smiling and following me. And honey, I was walking. I guess I was walking, and that jelly was shaking too much, honey, because he got the smile and come walking to grab my hand. I said, Mr. Jody, violation, violation, familiarity. You're not supposed to touch me. And honey, he was trying to touch me, honey. We was playing. I was taking my hand like the Matrix, like I'm moving all around. The officers had to run up over and come get him uh to separate him from me so he couldn't touch me. And so, honey, they escorted him, and I went to the other side of the unit, and I'm over on this one part, and then the next thing you know, here he come around the corner smiling, baby, and he got the walking room. I said, "Go on, Mr. Jody." That man had me running around furniture up in there, and I had to go in the nurse's station, tell the officers, "Come on and get him." I said, "I'm not coming back out there." I said, "That man is on 10. I've never seen him like that." So the officer told me that he said, "Yeah, he's been really fresh with the females." He said, "Nurse so and so." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, he grabbed her breast, then he grabbed one of the female techs butt." And I said, "What?" He said, "Yes." He said, and they didn't write him up. I said, "Well, I know I'm writing him up." And I said, "Well, thank you for telling me." I said, "Because I like him, and yeah, he getting a little, like he want to touch me or something." And I told y'all, some of them folks up in there, shit, ain't coming to get none of these good cookies. Ain't coming to get none of these good cookies. Ooh, 197 shots on Netflix. One Dark and Lovely. They killed two people. Lord have mercy. There's no need for that many shots. Y'all know many. What you say, Tanya? I work from home. I just go look when they start talking. Some BS about Cass. It is a slow some days. Yeah, it is. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen with this new part. But I sure wanted to address them heifers. Y'all did talk. You know what you said. Hot Toddy Tea Talk. She propositioned me to a fight in Baltimore, Maryland, and I ain't going, baby. You can meet me. Shit, I ain't going at no invitation because you've been and called the police on me, and I'll be sitting in jail at my big old age. If you think I'm a keyboard gangster, that's fine. You can go ahead and think that, baby. um, when Tay Bark, old goat mouth, baby dinosaur looking Tay, called my son a motherfucker, and she's a mother. Ain't that something? But she called herself a Christian. Then you had True P, said my baby sound like a dinosaur. Ain't nobody heard from her in a couple of days. All it takes is an apology. All it takes is it was commentary that went too far because nothing was said to attack you or harm you. But anyway, and oh, there's a young content creator that I saw on Gangsta Girl Shiva channel. Coco Coco gonna tell it. Girl, you are delusional and you are definitely insane and unhinged. This girl, y'all, let me tell y'all what she did. She tells Gangsta Girl Sheba that I'm following her around YouTube. She said she was in Rodney with the Voice. She called him Rodney. She didn't say his name. Rodney with the Voice chat. She said, I followed her over there and that I left a super chat because I knew she was there to let her know I was there. And I'm following her because I talked about her on my channel before. Coco, gonna tell it, honey, you're young, and I don't like to be disrespectful to the youngsters because I'm an elder. And how do you learn to respect your elders if you feel as if you're not getting any respect? But I'm gonna tell you this, young lady, you are dying to fit in, to be seen, and to be counted, and you are lying. I have never talked about you on my channel. Now, what I have done is tagged you in a video, but it wasn't you by yourself. It was you with all the other Melamita content creators. Even I would add the Melody Cherie channel here on YouTube. So you were added on that list with everyone else. I never spoke about you because one, you don't have the numbers like they do and you were up and coming. That's number one. And number two, you're younger. And I really don't want to argue with young folks. I don't want to argue with y'all like that. That's like me arguing with my kids. I'm not about to do it. But anyway, you told that lie. So let's set the picture, the scene, so everybody can be clear and be on one accord. Rodney with the Voice is a content creator here on YouTube that I have followed for years. For years, he does commentary on reality shows, everything Bravo, like Real Housewives of Potomac, Atlanta. He talks about a lot of things. I learned while following. Let me clear that. I learned Rodney with the Voice channel from Erica De Niro TV, and I learned about Erica De Niro TV from Sean Bradley, because Sean Bradley has shouted out her channel one time over there. And Erica De Niro TV, she is an ally for the LGBTQIA community. She truly is. She advocates for you all. And sometimes she says stuff I don't like and I don't agree with. And sometimes she does say things that I like and I agree with. And I think I even commented one time and she wasn't even rude and nasty when she responded back. She understood, she agreed. So I like that. I like if I can have a difference in opinion with someone I follow, and that is that. Now, if it ever gets to a time where someone that I'm subscribed to says something that I find offensive, I step away from them for a while and I come back when motions have settled, because Rodney with the Voice, not only does he have an infectious smile, he has a beautiful smile, and just it seems like he just has a happy spirit in the way he talks, cousins, when he's talking to you other young folks. So I love hearing him talk, and he gets to laugh and he tells his stories. Rodney is in Texas. I think he's in Houston, Texas. But anyway, another reason why I like Rodney is because he's a member of Team Twirl, and it's very few of us. We love us in Kenya more, but it's very few Team Twirlers. So that's another reason why I like Rodney. And then about a month or two back, Rodney had done a video, and I had gotten upset with him because he made some comments. And then he was talking about Sweet Tea from Married to Medicine, which caused me, if you go up on my channel, I made a video directed to Rodney talking about how I was disappointed because Rodney, he is an ally for women. He'll advocate for women. And so I was offended by something, a comment he made in his video. But anyway, I had to take a break from him for a while until my emotions had settled. And then I tiptoed back over there to see, okay, what is he talking about? And so he was talking about some stuff I like, so I'm back over there. Now recently, just the other day I was there because he was doing commentary and he was talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac, about Candace Diller and Bravo and stuff. And a lot of times when I give content creators super chats, it's to highlight my comment that I type, because they'll have their chat will be going so fast that they won't be able to see your comment. So I'll highlight it so that they can read it. And so my comment to him, my super chat was along the line of, um, Bravo, Andy, truly original, how they don't like or respect, intelligent, classy black women. I mean, it was something along the line of like that. And I said they would rather, they enjoy having, black women that are promiscuous, that like to fight, and something else. And so that is the super chat I sent to Rodney, and he read it, and he had agreed with the comment. And what nowhere in that daggone comment it said anything about no Coco gonna tell it. I got my eyes on you, bitch. I'm following you around YouTube. Since when do you have a low jack on you, girl? We barely get notifications from YouTube from people we subscribe to, or when they go live. So how am I gonna know who channel you're in? Who's notifying me? How am I gonna know where you at? Where am I following you at? Where else have you been? Girl, you are crazy. And ghetto girl Sheba entertained that foolishness and ain't even call you out on it. It was on her. I said what I said. Now, ghetto girl Sheba, I said what I said. Now, you should have checked that girl and questioned her. Like, how the hell did Misbehave and follow you over to Rodney with the Voice channel and sent him a super chat because she knew you was in the chat so you could know that she was there? And then she gonna say it made me feel uncomfortable. Girl, bye. You one of them loose loony that Melody need to be concerned about. A loose loony Lucy that Melody need to be concerned about. Girl, wasn't nobody following you nowhere. And a lot of the content creators that support Melody, a lot of them I like, and I would listen to them way back before it got to this point, before it was this many content creators. So oftentimes, I mean, drop down in your chat to say something, that's because really I do like you. If I share your video, it is because I like you, or what you are saying is interesting. I may not know you to like you, or I find what you are saying is interesting, and somebody needs to hear that message because they can gain something from it. Like I I used to hold Ghetto Girl Sheba in the same high part as I held Diana Rose. But when I was in Ghetto Girl Sheba Live that night when she was talking crazy to Kiki Jabbar, I lost respect for her. And I don't know, maybe she's always talked like that before. I just was never present to hear her speak that way. So therefore, I was able to keep her in a high regard. But that night when I heard her, I said, "Oh hell no!" I thought she was classy. She clatchet. I thought she was classy, but she's clatchet. So anyway, it is what it is. So if you millimeters see me over in your content, y'all need to quit saying go away, ho, don't come over here. I go wherever I want. YouTube is free. YouTube is free. I go where I want. And yes, occasionally I will share your video if I like what you're saying. Or I may hit the like button. Hitting dislike, that's for a hater. And hater don't run in my blood. Hater don't run in my blood. 'Cause, there's very few melanated content creators that have at least 1 million subscribers, like the Palm people, or 500,000. So we need more people to have more subscribers. So quit trying to keep folks to yourself and telling them, don't go over there. Don't go over there and listen to her videos. You go subscribe because that's all they try to do is build up their channel off Melody. Well, have y'all ever questioned and thought about how they built up their channel? They built up their channel about off of Melody, acting as if they support her. Now, some of them do support Melody, but some of them are fake supporting. They just want the supporters of Melody to come and build up their channel. Some of them doing it for the money. But most of them and all of them built up that channel off of talking bad about the other cast members of the show. So before you drop down in my comment section and say you're obsessed, all you do is talk about Melody. Well, if that applies to me for Melody, then the other content creators must be obsessed with Martell Holt, Marcel Scott, Tisha Scott, Kimmy Scott, Maurice Scott, and Destiny Steele. Destiny Steele. Destiny Payton and Stormy Steele because they talk negatively about them all the time. That's what all their videos are. You can leave Tay Talk channel watching a video and you'll hear the same information on Drop the Mic. From Drop the Mic, you'll hear it on Trending at some point. From Trending at some point, you'll hear it on Chef Don Don. From Chef Don Don, you'll hear it on De Silva Silva. It will be the same information and hot toddy tea talk girl, it'll be the same information. Now she will split it up some and she'll talk about her garden. And that's one of the reasons I like watching her too. I like watching anybody that grows gardens. I don't have a garden, but I think that's something I want to learn how to do because I think it's admirable for people that grow their own fruits and vegetables, and then especially farmers. Ooh, but baby, just don't let me see you kill the chicken, slaughter the chicken or the cow. Ooh, I remember seeing my grandma and Billy Florence kill a chicken. I was new from Chicago, out in California. For some of you that don't know, my grandmother is from Texas. So she was a country girl in California. She had pigs she was raising. She was raising chickens. And baby, one day I woke up in the morning and looked out my window and I saw Miss Billy Florence. She took a chicken by the neck and swung it and cracked it and then chopped. And the chicken was, oh Lord, have mercy. I never ate, I don't know how long it took me to eat chicken again, but I wouldn't eat no fried chicken. Then we had a pig in the back called Smokey. Smokey used to be little, but then he got real big. One day I went to school, came back home, Smokey was gone. My grandmother would have a freezer in the house, a deep freezer in the house, a refrigerator, a deep freezer in the house, and outside in the garage would be a refrigerator, but it looked like a freezer. Baby, it was all kind of pork chop, bacon, everything up in the freezers. Honey, ain't think nothing about it because I hadn't gone to the backyard to go play with Smokey. My grandmother was cooking pork chops. She didn't cook them damn pork chops and my sister and my cousins because my grandmother raised all of us because we grew up during the crack epidemic. And you know, like that crack had a stranglehold on the black families. And whether it be out there selling the crack or doing the crack, it had a stranglehold. And there was no sympathy or compassion shown to any of our family members. They were treated like animals and thrown in jails. And if you didn't have a family member that could take the kids in, you would be split up and put in the system. And that's one thing. Thank God we never had to get split up because our grandmother raised us. And that's why we have a close relationship as if we're brothers. Hold on one second, y'all. Lord, I see I'm gonna be doing a lot of editing. Um, yeah, Tanya, you be sitting in the bushes. I be dropping down to get a reaction. And then when they get to cussing me out, I get to laughing. I be so tickled. I be like, That's right. What you say? You said that's the voices in their head. Uh-huh. Miss Tracy Reed. Oh, you're in Toledo, Ohio. Love your commentary. You speaking the truth. Thank you. And the only reason I asked if you were in California, I know a Tracy Reed. I know a Tracy Reed. And my godmother has been up on here, and I thought maybe she had told her. Ohio in the house. Ohio in the house. Pepper, they're just trying to start some mess. Yeah, I know they are. Earth disturbers, as my godmother would call them, earth disturbers. Gwendolyn, you said question. I'm not a fan of Martell, but should he have right to make money to help financially? I believe he should have the right to make the money. I mean, give him more life. They keep in rotation. That's why I think everybody must be in cahoots together, working together, like to keep this drama going because out of sight, out of mind. Melody's no longer with him. She's divorced him, she's glowed up, she's being blessed, she have all of these business opportunities. Why they shouldn't concern themselves with what's going on with Martell? Let that man go with the wind and do whatever he needs to do to make money. The money is to benefit the children. So that's what I never understood. I know you can't tell nobody when to get over hurt, but you got to think about the kids. Why hurt the kids? I ain't finna stop no man from making no money. No man, because I don't want no excuse of why I can't get my money. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, when I was younger, I was foolish where I didn't go apply in the beginning for child support. I was foolish because in my mind, I was like, if he know he got kids, if he want to take care of his kids, he'll do it. You have to make a man do it. Well, baby, honey, I tell you, after some years, I went ahead and went down there and filed for child support and wish I had done it sooner. Wish I had done it sooner. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. And then when you're working hard to provide for them, sometimes it cuts into your time spending with your kids, and that affects them too. It and I'm speaking from example. I mean, I would work, go to school because I wanted, in my mind, being a good mother, I keep a roof over their head, feed them, clothe them, spend time with them or whatever. And I really didn't have time. So when I say spend time, I wasn't taking them to the amusement park. How could I? I'm busy working two jobs, going to school. And I'm thinking, okay, as long as they're fed and they're dressed nice, they're clean, they have a clean home, everything is okay. So I'm not a therapist. We all make mistakes, but you learn from your mistakes. But if you have the financial resources or somebody else that can help you, whether it's a homosexual relationship or a heterosexual relationship, if you're raising kids, it's best to have help. You don't have to stay with that person if you're unhappy, but it's best to have help. I've shared with many of you. I house that's paid for. This house is all what my son knows. I'm not going nowhere. When I go, my son goes. So my son's father and I, we peacefully coexist for what's best for our son. Because if I leave this house, I'm going back to California, honey, where I can make more money and be near my family. Okay, okay. But it's something about the South, even though the pay's not a lot. You guys, I don't know. Maybe I was a country girl in my former life, got some country in my spirit because I love seeing these green grass and the green trees. And when I be driving, like on the road to go to work, because in addition to working at the jail, I'll pick up shifts as a private nurse at facilities, different facilities, and I'll get to driving and honey, that sun will be out and you turn that music on. Ooh, turn on that music, especially some church music or something just with a calming beat to it. Baby, feeling that breeze, feeling that sun. It's just beautiful. It just brightens you. So I was just talking to a friend that's from South Carolina, and may her husband rest in peace. They're older than me, and she's a nurse. And I met her when I left South Carolina to come back to California years ago. She and I met at a place we were working. And so, she was happy that she told me from South Carolina, her and her husband. She said her husband had graduated from, what is it, North Carolina A&T? Somebody can correct me. It's a HBCU. And he got a degree in engineering, but he was offered a job. He was working at Boeing out in California. So, honey, baby, when I tell you these black folks were living, they were living. This lady didn't even have to work. For the money that she made was her play money, and she didn't even have to work. She just wanted to get out the house. But anyway, I had spoke to her recently and told her I'm out here. Hold on just a second, you guys. Yes, baby. Okay, you guys. It'll almost be time for us to go. But anyway, I was talking to her and I told her, I said, I'm in South Carolina. She said, well, how long have you been there? And I said, I came back 2 years ago. She said, I should have said something to her. She was here. And I said, asked her, how was Pastor doing? And she said, he passed away. And I told her I was sorry to hear it. And she said that's why she was back out in South Carolina after he passed away. She had his body flown back here because that's where they're from South Carolina. And the plan originally was, he would retire and they both would come back to South Carolina, but she doesn't want to, so she just comes and visit. And so I told her, I said, I don't know if I'm will ever come back to California. I said, I'll come to visit. And she said, well, I have this big house. Come on, because I'm lonely. And I said, I'll come to visit. I said, but I like it out here, the scenery, but I do it so my son can be near his father. I said, but if he act up too much, baby, I might come back home because these low hourly wages is not for me. It's not for me. And she started laughing. She started laughing. But anyway, who who's different from when you first started listening to her? Um, Tanya, let me see. They face what? Oh, Gwendolyn said they face was cracked when they found out he was not in a mental health facility. Instead, he was with his children. See, and that's why I said I ain't gonna do no commentary on nobody. When they get to talking about stuff, folks get to talking about stuff. I don't talk about stuff like that unless I hear from the person themselves or someone that like maybe if his mother had come out, I wasn't gonna touch it. I wasn't going to mention anything because you don't know if it's true or not. Just like when people were running rampant with that gossip about Melody and her mother, and I was offended by it. I was offended by it. And I said, people are acting like they're so upset and outraged, but you don't know if the information is true or not. Neither one of those women had came out and said anything. And then I had people saying, well, they don't have to come out. She don't have to come out and say anything. I never said she did have to, but what I'm saying is people were getting upset and you don't know if the information is true or not. So that's why I've reserved comment on certain things, and especially if it's of a delicate nature. Oh, Gwendolyn. Yeah. Oh. What did they say? They say Marcella put that out, but she did not. She was responding because of what she heard on two others at Gwendolyn. Oh. Yeah, somebody's been up and leaving comments to me about Marcella, and I said, look, I wasn't there. I didn't hear it. I don't know. All I can do is judge a person by what I see and what I know personally and how they treat me. And she's been good. So recently I just found out yesterday that what's her name? Misdiagnosis. She was saying that she was doxxed by Anthony. And I was like, what? And so, but then when you listen to her commentary, she was saying like none of the other women over there came to her defense. She said they didn't have to. I guess, as far as uh getting legal representation like they're doing for these other content creators that are have a lawsuit against Maurice. And I said, see, baby, this place is just like the beef sector. You can't step into nothing and say nothing if you don't know all the information. And the only way you'll know information is if you go to each person's channel and see it, listen to it, or you know what I'm saying? If you know it for yourself, you can't always trust word of mouth. So and then you gotta stay out of folks' business. If they beefing, they beefing. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay? Hey, Miss Edna, how you doing? We about to sign off, you guys, because we done been on here too daggone long. Oh, you said Queen. Yeah, remember she used to be so sweet in the beginning. I really did. I held her and Diana Rose in cards, just classy. To me, you guys, both of them were classy and elegant. But honey, when I heard her go after Kiki and like punking her, oh, I was like, oh hell no! What the hell was wrong with these folks? I guess it's that money. Cause look, y'all, that money must be mighty tempting. Cause look, I had got some super chats. I had no not super chats, y'all. I had got some cash apps, and I don't be checking my phone. But Marcel said, "You ain't looking at your phone. You ain't look, folks, y'all, folks, everybody. Thank you who have cashed at me. Thank you. I really appreciate. I greatly appreciate it. But I've said, oh Lord, this money is the devil. I said, now I see why these content creators are getting territorial. Don't want to see folks in other folks chat. They scared. They scared. You gonna get that super chat to another content creator. And they greedy. They want all the money for themselves. They want the money for themselves. But baby, I want to thank you all because I ain't even have to spend no daggone dime. I put gas up in my tank. I took me, my son, and my grandbaby. We went to do something, and I think I got something left over. I said, "Ain't that something?" I said, "This is why these fools really cutting up. It's about this money." I said, "But Jesus, be a shield around me. Don't let that greed, that demon, that spirit of greed possess me." And I know it won't, cause honey, I done had many opportunities, and I never taken it. Cause honey, you ain't gonna trap me up, set me up where I be around here looking like a crackhead fiending, starting beef with folks for no reason, going out here doing crazy stuff so I can get them cash apps. Baby. But hey, y'all, everyone, y'all have a very nice evening, y'all. Okay, because we've been on here 2.5 hours. That's a doggone shame. So that means I gotta listen to this daggone video. And edit stuff out. And it seems like anytime I get online and start talking and talking with y'all, we get a tangent. But I was supposed to show y'all, I wanted to show y'all for yourself how Melody, hold on, let me see where it's at. how Melody still has the last name Hope. So hold on, let me see how I can share this. How am I supposed to do it? Okay, let me see if I can enlarge this. Okay. Oh, I wonder if I can go to the other. Let me see. So her page is the masterclass with melody.com. Masterclass with melody. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I got to figure out how to work this. God darn it. Um, we're going to hit escape. Hold on. Because I want to show y'all the page where it says the last hope. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna let y'all see it for yourself. View tab with masterclass with Melody, but I can't see y'all comments. Okay, I'm gonna click over here. Can somebody oh no, I don't want to leave the site. Cancel. Shit. Oh, well, everybody might be gone. They ain't gonna see it. God dog. Yeah, Tanya. Yeah. Is anybody here? They might be gone. But God dog. But anyway, shit, I was trying to show it. Melody. She still got the last name Hope up on this Joker. She got the last name Hope on that Joker. So I don't know. She claims she don't like them and she don't want them. My thing is, why you still got that last name Hope? Hold on, somebody put a comment. You done came back in. Let me see, boo. Can you see it? You have just pull it up some. Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you. Because I was like, I don't think I have it. Hold on, Butterfly. Let me see. View the tab. Let's see. Do I put it here? There it is. Okay. Now let me view the tab with the master class. There we go. Well, hold on. How can I make it bigger? Full screen. And then the master class. Yeah. I hope y'all can see it. So this is on her actual website. And you can get the masterclass melody.com. You can access it through her Instagram page called Melody Cherie, or you can actually go to the website itself. But if you come here, so here's home, it'll look like this, Masterclass with Melody. So masterclasswithmelody.com is the website, Masterclass with Melody. But look at this, how she has Dr. Shanita Foster, Dr. Heavenly, Kim Kimball, and I believe Derica Harwell. They now refer to her as Dr. Derica, I believe now. But this is an old Mimosas with Melody, and see how Dr. Heavenly was cool with her back then. They've been cool for some years. So check this out. And this is to show you guys it's not old. This is the Property Preservation Academy Master Course, $1,999. I ain't mad at it because if they got the money, pay it, honey. What's included? Multi-billion dollar industry. That's an old photo of her. But I'm going to click on something because I'm going to show y'all how it's recent. So we're going to click on full details. And it should show you when the next class is, and the next class is this month. Now, y'all see that? MWM, Masterclass with Melody. That's what that means. There's the website, the title of the course, the price, the description. The next class starts April 29, 2024. So I'm still on the same website, and I'm going to scroll all the way down. Then you'll see it's 2024 is the year, Masterclass with Melody. So We come up here, and then when you go back to over to the left and click on the home, click Meet Melody. Voila. What does it say? Learn more about Melody S. Hope. So it shouldn't be that hard to get rid of that name. This is a website. She launched Masterclass with Melody in June of 2020. So it shouldn't be that hard to get rid of that last name on the website, don't you think? So what do y'all think about Girl, I didn't cook dinner. I know that's right, Tanya. So I'm gonna go. I know that's right, Tanya. What you say? Tanya didn't cook. She didn't listen. She finna eat, watch a show, relax, and get ready for tomorrow. I don't blame you. It's 3:34. I need to do some Queen Leo. J Queen Leo. Let me see. I know I don't sew Dr. Heavenly on the flyer. Not after all that BS with Heavenly and Sharnita. That it's an old one. Miss J Queen Leo C. It's old. It's not a recent one. But I clicked on that to show you they've been friends for years. So when you just look around you, there are signs everywhere, at least to me. And I said, shit, I think they all in cahoots together. We gonna have a little drama. We gonna steer the crowd over here to your show and all this stuff. Honey, I don't even know. And I know one time Carlos King did mention now, he said all the reality girls hang out together in Hollywood. In Atlanta. He said Atlanta is cliquish. Different people, different groups hang together, and all the reality girls, they know each other. They hang together. Uh-huh, baby. I don't know what's going on, baby. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, okay? But yeah, I don't know. Oh my, it's expensive, Davita. Yes, it is, but I guess it ain't tricking if you got it, baby. It said somebody had put in my comments a while back. They got wealthy millimeters. They got some millimeters over there. They got the big bag. In the words of Peach McIntyre, big bag, big bag. Yep, yep. J Queen Leo C. Bingo. That right there. That right there. Any publicity is good publicity. Yeah. And that's why I say folks can't listen or believe when they're talking about the ratings of this show or how low the ratings are. Something is happening and there's money being made, because if the show was doing all that bad, it wouldn't be renewed for another season. And I don't trust Nielsen rating anyway. And actually, how are they gauging the viewership when a lot of folks watch the show online and they may have a bootleg Fire Stick or anything watching the show? But I know, being of a particular age, I try to watch some of the content creators if they get the information, and occasionally on YouTube, you'll find somebody that'll put the episode on YouTube so you can watch it. Now, some of them be janky. 1 minute it'll show out crystal clear, and the next thing you know, it'll get enlarged like you in a fish tank. I said, damn it, I just gotta go ahead and break down and purchase this cable. So I had purchased what is it, YouTube TV, but I'm about to go get regular cable because this YouTube TV is too expensive. You paying $73 for the YouTube TV plus $15 for premium. So when I'm watching other content creators or watching other channels, I don't have to watch the videos. So I have premiums so I can just jump to the front of the line. But hell, ain't no perk to having premium if I have YouTube TV. So so I'm gonna go look into regular cable just so I can have the regular channels. So anyway, y'all, I done kept y'all a long time, and we were supposed to already been gone. And I want to thank y'all. Butterfly said, "Hey everyone, Butterfly, you done made it to a place where you can pop your collar, but we finna get off, baby. We finna get off because we've been up here a long time." I want to thank each and every person that came in, hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and share the video if you can. And I am Misbehaving. The name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And even celebrities are real people too. Baby, we got drama on the YouTube streets, and folks is mad. And ain't nobody mad but the devil. So if you find yourself being mad at anything that Misbehaving had to say, baby, chances are the devil is you. So the only thing I can tell you do, baby boy or baby girl, is scratch your ass. Scratch your ass and get glad. All right, be safe on the YouTube street. Be kind to one another. Good night, goodbye, and I may see you in somebody else's chat. I done ran my mouth too long, and I done miss Real Talk with Lady D. Y'all check out Lady Boulay, Lady Boulay, Lady space B as in boy, Oule. I love her. I love anything dealing with Black History, and she is fun. And there's another lady called, God darn it, shucks, something after 65. I think it's seniors after 65. I'd have to figure it out. But baby, that lady had me cracking up with some of her stories. With some of her stories, she has been cracking up. But anyway, bye y'all, because y'all know I love to talk. Bye bye. And Butterfly, go live so I can hit your link.